The next that we are going to see is about the conditional operator or the ternary operator. And for that I have created a ternary operator dot file, and also I have created a main function over here. Just go and create that one, and let us create a variable of a var, or I'll just say type of the int and nullable type, and let's say of a, which is of equals to null. So this is a null where a has a value of a null. And another I'll just create let's say int type, and b, which is of equals to value has of a 10 over here. So now we want to test whether we want to make use of the ternary operator or the conditional operator. So let's say var and x1, which is of equals to, I'll just say that a, right? A. So we are assigning a value of the a to the our x1, and since this is a null, then we have to null check over here. If it is null, then just assign a value of the 0 over there. So now if I go and print out over here, and I'll just say as a ternary operator, and we have a double question mark over here, and for that I'll just go and print out the x1 over here. If you run this one, you can see that the ternary operator, which gives return us the 0. Why? Because a is of null, and if it is null, then just set the value of the 0, or else you can just say that if a is of a null, then set the value of the b over there. So if you just go and run this one, you will get a 10. Why? Because if the a is null, then just set the value of the b. So this is the other one kind of the ternary operator and a conditional operator that we can use. And there is another one. Let's say we have let's create a var variable of x2, and we'll just say that if we check for the value of let's say number we have a 5 is greater than the 5 is greater than the 9, right? If the 5 is greater than the 9, then we'll use a question mark over here, and we'll just say that, let's say that the 5 is greater than the 9, right? And otherwise, in the else part, we'll just say that it, right? So we can just say it is less, or we can just say it is less than of the 9 that we have. So you can just see that the variable x now is testing for the condition. So condition is if 5 is greater than 9, then just set this value, right? So we'll just say if the 5 is greater than 9, then just set the 5 is greater than 9 to this x2, or else if it is not greater than 9, then set this value, or set this to the our x2 over there. So now if you print out this particularly x2 over here, so I'll just call this one as a ternary operator, and ternary operator of question mark and the colon or something. So here we will just say that x2. So I need to print out the x2 value of the x2. So x2, and if you run this one, you can see that the ternary operator, it is less than the 9. So this got assigned to our x2. So if it was greater, right, let's say if I set to 1, so this one should be assigned over to our x2. So if you run this one, say 5 is greater than the 9, or 5 is greater than the 1. Yeah, right. So that is how we can make use of the ternary operator and the conditional operator. So if a is of a null, then assign b. Here we are checking like if 5 is greater than the 1, then assign this value to the x2, or else assign this value to the x2. So this is the conditional or the ternary operator in the Dart programming language.